Supreme Court has granted bail to Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP and senior leader Sanjay Singh in the money laundering case linked to the Delhi liquor policy. After the ED didn't oppose his bail, the court clarified it hadn't commented on the case's merits and allowed Singh to engage in political activities during bail. However, the order is not a precedent and Singh must refrain from making public statements about the case. Singh, who was arrested in October 2023, is accused of receiving 2 crore rupees at his residence, as alleged by businessman Dinesh Arora, who later turned approver. The Delhi High Court had previously rejected Singh's bail plea in February. Currently, the Supreme Court is considering 2 special leave petitions filed by Singh, one challenging his arrest and remand and the other seeking bail. Mukesh Tyagi, BJP leader, is joining us live. We also have Dr. Pooja Tripathi, Congress leader, joining us on the broadcast. Siddharth Sharma, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, also is with us live. Vikas Gupta, lawyer, Supreme Court, joins us live. Vineet Goenka, political analyst, is live with us on the broadcast as well. Welcome, all of you, and thank you for being with us. Siddharth, let me begin with you first. There certainly is a reprieve for the Aam Aadmi Party, with Sanjay Singh now all set to be out very, very soon. Do you plan to use him for campaigning in the Lok Sabha elections ahead? And what bearing do you believe this decision of the Supreme Court will have on the rest of the cases? Siddharth, can you hear me? I think we're having some technical trouble with Siddharth's connection. Let me bring in Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP. Mukesh, the Aam Aadmi Party, of course, extremely pleased. Satyamev Jayate is what Atishi tweeted very soon after the bail was given to Sanjay Singh. How is the BJP viewing this, given the fact that Sanjay Singh now is all set to campaign in the Lok Sabha elections and he will be speaking perhaps very soon against your party and government?
Uday, good evening to you. I think congratulations to our party. They are trying to celebrate the partial victory. But let me tell you, ultimately the conviction will establish his culpability, and there cannot be smoke without fire. So obviously he was put behind bar for quite some time. If he did not have any prima facie evidence, he would have continued. So anyway, that is a separate matter, which is judicial matter. Now, one of the hypotheses which has been exploded, and the myth which has been exploded, if BJP is in control of the judicial process and the enforcement process, and when the bail is granted, you think that hypothesis has been completely dealing. These are the independent enforcement activities, independent judicial activities, and when judicial order is adverse to them, they start blaming BJP. Whenever Satyenjan went to jail, they started blaming it. BJP is trying to control the judicial process also. So this, and ED did not oppose. So this also shows, maybe then one can draw some adverse conclusion. Maybe they are influencing ED. So, this kind of a child hearsay should not be used in a political rhetoric in a mature democracy. That is number one. Number two, it's a Kejriwal, who is absolutely pens down in the liquor policy. You think there is a culpability in terms of the collective philosophy of our party? There is a corruption there. That's the reason these people are facing very serious ED cases. And Sanjay Singh might have been exonerated, and court has given him full right to move around. But there is a caveat there that it cannot be used as a precedent. Otherwise, our party would have taken it as a cue and gone to the court for getting other people released from the court. So I think they need not celebrate to the extent till the conviction happens, till the trial completes. I mean, it's a partial relief to them, which is entire. The bail is a rule and jail is an exception. Supreme Court is adhering to its policy. But Satyenjan, look at in his case, 2 years he has been behind bar. His parole got cancelled, and Supreme Court passed an order, but not in a word of admiration to say that yes, we welcome the Supreme Court order, we welcome the judicial verdict. They are just keeping quiet. Right now they are celebrating. Look at Atishi's conduct. Atishi made such a huge public announcement that I've been influenced, that ED will take an action against you if you do not join Bharatiya Janata Party. I mean, she's trying to make a political mileage out of it. Why doesn't she go to the police and file with the specific phone numbers who called her, who influenced her? This is a criminal activity. So she does not go to the police. She does not initiate the legal action. She straight away comes to the press and makes it all claims. So, this was happened with even Kejriwal had said 25 crores were offered to my MLAs and they all refused. I do not know what kind of game is he playing, but his character and conduct right from the beginning, right from India against corruption, he became India for corruption. He took U-turn several times. His entire premises was honesty. I will not join politics. He has joined Congress. He wants to join everybody. He has joined Lalu Prasad Yadav, who was, and Congress filed a complaint against him. Now they are finding a fault in BJP. I think BJP need to be dealing again and again. They are saying that BJP is taking action against us. So I think this hypothesis need to be completely busted.
Okay, and as far as Pooja Tripathi, the Congress is concerned, what is your first reaction to the bail granted to Sanjay Singh? What bearing do you believe this will have on the rest of the case ahead? And the BJP, of course, saying, that issuing that caveat that don't celebrate too early, the case is not over yet.
Uday,
Your response.
Yeah, Uday, good evening to all the fellow panelists. And I want to quote Justice Khanna here. Straight away, I want to open a line by quoting Justice Khanna.
Audio video check 1 2 3 1 2 3.
So to quote Justice Khanna, when he gave the verdict in favor of Sanjay Singh today, you have kept him in custody for 6 months. Dinesh Arora, who has not initially implicated him, later on in a statement he does. No money has been recovered. The trace of money is not there because it was long back. Fact of the matter is money has not been recovered. Please keep in mind that if we are with him, we are required to record in terms of Section 45. That could have its own ramifications in trial. This shows magnitude about the case that ED has built up in last 6 months. Mr. Sanjay Singh was in jail, and ED has not put any money trial on court nor any evidence. The approval, which 9 times didn't take Sanjay Singh's name, 8 times, 9th time he went on to quote Sanjay Singh, and ED made him an approver in the case. And the way the ED has been misused by targeting opposition leaders, be it Aam Aadmi Party leaders, be it Hemant Soren ji, be it anyone, this speaks volume of how constitutional bodies have been denigrated in the present regime. Also, along with Sanjay Singh, 2 major judgments came today through Supreme Court. One was they pulled up Ramdev Baba for giving fraudulent claims about Coronel, and with Ramdev Baba, the stage was shared by Nitin Gadkari and then Union Home Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan himself. No scientific evidence, nothing, and then Coronel's claim to cure Corona, and the cabinet ministers are sharing the stage. Second, and a very crucial judgment is Supreme Court asked them for 100% verification of EVM with VVPAT trials. And that also sets on record what opposition, the whole India Alliance has been demanding, that 100% EVM should be collided with VVPAT trials. And that's where, 3 of the major judgments that came out today speaks that whenever this power overrides itself, whenever this power goes astray, there's always judiciary that comes to the rescue. And thank you, judiciary, for pointing out that there was no evidence and no money trail involved. And the other 2 judgments are crystal clear in front of you. That should keep a check on the government, that the way it has been behaving, the way it has been targeting opposition leader, the way it has been misusing constitutional bodies, the way it has been, numbing and silencing the opposition voices. That should be a one and off. That should be a direction to the central government that election should be a fair field. Election should be something that should be, fair and open to all. And you cannot use extra constitutional measures. You cannot use the power to attract the election outcomes to that.
Okay, let me take that across to Vineet Goenka as well. Vineet Goenka, this is of course a reprieve for the Aam Aadmi Party. They have been celebrating this development that, of course, took place earlier in the Supreme Court. Sanjay Singh all set to be out perhaps later tonight or tomorrow. We will see him then perhaps campaigning for the Aam Aadmi Party as well, given the fact that he is one of their, most prolific voices. How do you believe this development will impact the AAP's campaign ahead in the Lok Sabha polls? And what is your reaction to what transpired in court today?
Udayji, Ram Ram to you. Ram Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching us right now. Before I answer your question, I would like to react something on Dr. Pooja's statement. I'm reminded of that old Hindi saying, "Begani shadi mein Sonia Divani or Rahul Divana." And Aam Aadmi Party is the party which was formed in 2013 against the crusade of corruption against Congress. They are the reason of Congress losing their government in Delhi and Punjab. But today it seems that Rahul and Sonia ji both are interested in defeating Modi ji, and so they can tie up with those guys who defeated them badly here. They have never dented any political arena of other parties outside these two zones, which were primarily zones of Congress. Anyway, that is their own choice. If they want to go into self-destruction mode, who can help them? But let me come on the merits of this case. Bail does not certify that they are clean, and that has been told in the statement of the judge himself. We must record that conclusions made on behalf of ED has been made before the commencement of argument. We clarify we have not made any comments on merits. Thus are verbatim of the judge who gave today's bail clearance. Number one. Number two, if he was so clean, the bail would have come in the first episode. 180 days he has eaten taxpayers' money in Tihar jail. That proves that there was some evidences. Now these guys are very smart, highly educated, and they have hedged this conspiracy so nicely that it is difficult to identify the money. That is true because they are very smart. जिसको हिंदी में हम कहते हैं कि शातिर चोर बड़ा दिमाग लगा के काम करता है. Else tell me, why would the earnest deposit money of 30 crore rupees was returned to the tenderer who failed in obliging the entire tender obligations? And so that was a corruption case. There were some hands which changed. Else, Mr. Shishodia, who was Deputy Chief Minister, he would have also got the bail. Well, he's been there for over a year. Why would, Mr. Nair be in the jail? Why would Mr. Satinder Jain be in the jail? When all this is happening, it primarily shows that there is some evidence. Yes, thank God. ED today took its own stand of allowing Mr. Singh bail. Else would have said ED is working under dispensation. Now, they were short of calling the judges to be working under dispensation. But lastly, because my previous speakers made some statement politically, I am also tempted to do that. Today, I could see face of Atishi ji, Saurav ji, and I'm sure even Sunita Kejriwal ji is very upset. भैया ये कहाँ से नया आदमी आ गया जो चीफ मिनिस्टर के रेस में अब लग जाएगा. So this is the condition of Aam Aadmi Party right now. These are the people who are on bail or in jail. Bail does not mean that he is clean. Bail means he has a freedom to go back home, practice his own profession or his own work as it is. But the investigation agencies will continue the investigation, and I'm sure citizens of Delhi will get justice. That mother whose son has taken to drinking, the daughter whose father is taken to drinking, because of these people will get the justice.
Yes. Okay. Let me, in fact, quickly go back across to Vikas Gupta. Vikas Gupta, interestingly, Justice Khanna, though, did say today that, this bail today will not be used as a precedent in other cases that are also pending in the liquor scam probe, in which many people, of course, are in the dock. What do you make of that observation, that caveat issued by the judge today while granting Sanjay Singh bail? And also, what bearing will this development today have on the rest of the case ahead?
Uday, very difficult to say that what bearing it would have on the other cases, and why it's not a precedent, because nothing has been spoken as far as merits of the case are concerned. But two very important things quickly. We all understand that how Section 45 of the PMLA act as a barrier as far as bail is concerned, without notwithstanding what is contained in CRPC. So 439 of CRPC is not applicable as far as bail conditions in PMLA, which is akin to what is there, these two conditions, embargo in NDPS Act also, and in the Companies Act as far as SFIU matters are concerned. So these are difficult, but most importantly, Uday, what needs to be seen and why the courts need to be vigilant when the government let loose the agencies against the opposition leaders or opposition parties. So the courts need to be vigilant. What today was a demonstration of the court being vigilant, asking the department that if you want to contest it on merits, then they will pass orders. And out of the two twin conditions, one is that the opportunity be given to the public prosecutor to address arguments, and second is that prima facie the accused is not guilty of the offence and is not likely to commit the offence in future. So that would have had a bearing in on the merits of the case. the judge gave a escape route to ED. Because what is happening in all these matters, Uday, people are talking, the BJP panelists. First of all, I wanted to make very clear, I'm not for Aam Aadmi, I'm not a supporter of them. I'm there for democracy and for the constitution of the country. And as far as respect the law of the country. What is most important is, in these matters, all this evidence is based on the approver's statement. Approvers were earlier accused. They've now become the friends of the ED. So now their 8th statement, improved statement, 9th statement, that doesn't inspire confidence in the court. And moreover, no conviction can be sustained on the basis of the co-accused or the approver's statement. That needs to be corroborated. Forget about money trail, what Mr. Vineet Goenka was talking about, that no money has been found out. But where is the corroboration? They have not been able to establish beyond the statement of the approver any corroboration which can bring prima facie case against the accused. So why bail has been not given to them for 6 months? I think that is not the point of debate today. That is the wisdom of the judiciary, and we leave it for their wisdom. As far as I am concerned, in this case, bail should have been granted long back. Well, all said and done, if it was not granted, it's the wisdom of the courts. But the statement of the approver or statement of the co-accused is not sufficient enough to create an embargo of 45 in the PMLA as far as the bail is concerned. Those embargoes will only come once you have a prima facie case against the accused. Once that is not there, I think accused has all the right to obtain bail, even if there are stringent provisions of law in PMLA.
Yes. Okay. Let me, quickly go to Siddharth Sharma now, if he's through with us and he can hear me this time. Siddharth, I was trying to ask you this question, of course, at the start of the program on this development today. How big a relief is it, and how you plan to use Sanjay Singh ahead, of course, in the Lok Sabha campaign? And now, of course, you perhaps had an opportunity to listen in to the other viewpoints on the show. You can also rebut and reply to them.
Yes, Uday, I apologize right at the outset for joining late. I believe I'm audible right now.
Yes.
Yeah, what essentially happened, because today, since truth has spoken, I don't think I need to speak more. Today, Supreme Court clearly said today that no money trail, the case is frail, and hence bail. That also means that if there is money trail, there is jail. So when is BJP that has confessed to money trail of 60 crore at its doorstep by ED accused Mr. Sharad Reddy, when is BJP Pradhanji voluntarily surrendering to the Enforcement Directorate? The question is as simple as that. It has come across very clearly now that BJP is not just a Bhrashtachari party, it is also an Atyachari party. I think I rest my case.
That's a very short and crisp statement. Because the BJP believes that you can't, pledge innocence as yet of Sanjay Singh because the case is not over. They are saying, are these too early celebrations by your party?
Then how come the BJP till yesterday was saying that whoever is in jail is a apradhi, who is a convict? So BJP cannot, एक हिंदी में कहावत है उदय भाई कि आप क्या कहते हैं वधू और वर, you cannot be a mother to both bridegroom and the bride at the same time. It's as simple as that. BJP cannot take both arguments. What has essentially happened today is that the Supreme Court has clearly said that if there is no money trail, the case is very frail, and that is why Sanjay Singh got the bail. That also means that if there is a money trail, there is exactly that, as per the PMLA Act, there is jail. And BJP incidentally has confessed to that money trail being 60 crore parked at its garage by exactly the same ED accused Mr. Sharad Reddy, whose name was also taken by incidentally Arvind Kejriwal in an open court. So that means under the PMLA Act, on 2 counts, that an accused Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has named Mr. Sharad Reddy, as well as the BJP having confessed to 60 crores being with it. The logical implication here is that today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, at some point of the time when this case is going to trial,
Mukesh,
the BJP
okay, Mukesh has no response. Vineet Goenka wanted to come in.
It's as simple as that.
Vineet Goenka coming in.
It's an open and shut case now.
Uday,
my goodness. Are you asking me to speak or?
Mukesh, you had no response, so Vineet wants to come in. Mukesh, yes, Vineet Goenka.
Okay, so there is. Yeah, I think Mukesh Bhai wants to do it. Mukesh Bhai, you do it. After that, I'll do that. No problem.
Yeah,
Please
I think Mukesh and Vineet are both in the same team. Either of them can speak, no problem.
Yeah, we are on the same team of the correctness. We are on the same team of the victims of the, the scandal of Aam Aadmi Party. We are on the same side where we see the pain of the mother of the child.
And how come in the Ram Rajya
We are on
of
the
Uttar
same
Pradesh,
we are on the same
you guys
team.
are giving home bar licenses? How come in the Ram Rajya of Uttar Pradesh you are giving home licenses for home bars?
Started this kind of show, Ji.
Sir, we can hear you. We can hear you. Don't have to shout, please.
No, I am not shouting. The Supreme Court has shouted enough for you today. I think for Mukesh Tyagi, the Supreme Court has shouted enough today. He has absolutely no voice. That's why he is taking out his anger on me.
Sir, I'll have to consult ENT expert after talking to you by this.
Absolutely, please do. If you cannot sustain a debate, if you cannot sustain a debate, better get off a debate. If you cannot sustain a debate, better get off a debate.
Relax. This is not.
I am relaxed. The Supreme Court has taken you to task today.
Take some glass of water. Celebrate the victory of now, which is very short-lived victory. By the way, don't live in a fool's paradise.
So you are acknowledging that it's a victory for the AAP, Mukesh Tyagi.
No, I am saying it is a self-proclaimed victory.
Well caught to there.
It's what do I say? He does not want to listen. He's out-shouting me. He doesn't want to listen to the alternative viewpoint. So let him enjoy this fool's paradise, happiness and the euphoria. So I'm saying that I'm not admitting it at all. Who am I? It's a court proceedings. You think the trial should be now cancelled? It should not happen. Mr. Sanjay Singh has been exonerated once for all. I mean, what kind of a statement you are making? You don't take any responsibility for making calls now. The actual issue is right now, who will grab the power of the chief minister? That is the real issue which is going on in our party. Our party is vertically, completely split. Now, Atishi is looking to become a chief minister. Sanjay Singh is now the new release. I'm sure he'll be there. And Kejriwal knew it for very sure. That's the reason he told ED that I have nothing to do with these people. They were directly dealing with Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj. He just washed off his hands. Look at his moral character. I mean, he did not own them. Now, there is a Sunita who also wants to become the chief minister. She's making very frequently statements. She was literally projected as one of the major personalities when the India Gathbandhan, this Kejriwal Bachao Andolan happened. So, there is a politics going on within the AAP party, and you will see to it that very soon.
Okay, it's Kissa Kursi ka now in the AAP Aadmi party. Governance has gone for a toss. Siddharth, your response. And Siddharth, आप कुछ दिखा रहे थे, बताइए क्या दिखा रहे थे आप स्क्रीन पर?
Yeah, I was saying nothing.
I want to come in, Uday.
Yeah, quick response by Siddharth. You gave your turn to Mukesh, so I'll allow Siddharth to respond and I'll come to you.
Yeah, when the BJP pseudo spokesperson, Mr. Vineet Goenka, who was the former spokesperson of the BJP, now he comes across as an independent analyst. When he says something about the Delhi liquor scenario, he should also understand that in UP's Ram Rajya, the BJP has given home bar licenses. That's what I was showing. Now coming back to the point of politics. Uday, isn't it true? Uday, isn't it true, Uday, that just 3 days ago, the Delhi High Court has thrown out all the petitions that asked Mr. Arvind Kejriwal not to operate as the Chief Minister. Now, as of today, the Delhi Chief Minister, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, has all the constitutional rights as well as the judiciary's blessings to run his government as the Chief Minister of Delhi. And incidentally, for the second point, I'm saying that before all this started off, isn't it also true that a few weeks ago, Aam Aadmi Party did a referendum in Delhi where 25 lakh people in their households were asked, well, if Arvind Kejriwal is arrested, what should he do? And the people of Delhi have overwhelmingly said that 95% of the people that since we have voted for Arvind Kejriwal, we would like him to serve. So that issue is settled as far as the public is concerned, as well as the judicial aspect. Okay. Now BJP only has one option now. It has to surrender the BJP's Pradhanji to the Enforcement Directorate. Otherwise, today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, the money trail, since it has confessed to it, this will land BJP in jail. Now, BJP has only two options left. Either go to ED and surrender, or go through an ordinance route, and just like they abrogated Article 370, they have to abrogate the entire article of PMLA. They have only two other options. They don't have any third option. And every citizen of India knows today that the BJP is not just a Bhrashtachari party. After the electoral bonds, it came across as a Bhrashtachari party. Today, it also came across as an Atchachari party. It is as simple as that.
Yes, Vineet.
Yeah. So when I saw Siddharji jittered and rattled today, I don't know the day.
I'm smiling.
Siddharth bhai, I never speak in between. You know that, right?
No, but I speak. Why should I agree to your principles, boss? Your principles is today you come across as a BJP person, tomorrow you come across as a neutral spokesperson because BJP kicked you out of your spokespersonship. So how should I agree to your principles? I don't agree to your
let's not get personal. Let's not get personal. Yes.
Siddharth, I'll tell you. So can I make my point? So
yes.
Point number one, Mr. Siddharth. When you were showing the glass of water, you said 3 times clear. That's the mindset of every Karyakarta of the party, that on the national television they want to cheers because they've been thinking about feeding liquor to everybody who is watching the show. A, one. B, as I repeat, bail granted does not grant liberty to that person of going out of the case. He's still an accused. Number 3, today you are going through a challenge where Sunita Kejriwal ji, Atishi ji and Saurabh ji are now being challenged by the 4th person who would like to occupy the occupant seat of Chief Minister of Delhi. 5th, Siddharji, on the other part, the liquor policy of the UP which you are talking about, you'll have to go back and study. Your lie is being busted because you may not know about that particular part. 6th part is very simple. Please tell us, what is your stand on Rajiv Gandhi? You had asked that the Bharat Ratna of Rajiv Gandhi be returned by passing a resolution in the Delhi Assembly. This is the same Congress which has Rajiv Gandhi as their icon. Now the Congress spokesperson is trying to defend that party who has asked the public to go out and oppose Rajiv Gandhi. So they both have an introduction, they both have a contradiction, and yet they are together. Number 1.
By the way, I'm showing you, Vineet, that the Prime Minister of India also cheers. The Prime Minister of India also cheers. So you are essentially the BJP spokesman, and Mr. Vineet Goenka has said that the Prime Minister cheering someone is Mr. Prime Minister cheering someone, BJP has an objection to it. The BJP is Vineet Goenka and
is this the format of your show? I can also say.
Absolutely. What you speak, what you get, Mr. Vineet Goenka. What you speak, what you get. You objected to me using the word cheer, and the Prime Minister of India cheers people across the world.
You told 4 times cheers. That shows your entire party's culture.
Everyone is seeing that. Everyone is seeing your level of debate. That is why you get hit so bad by the Supreme Court. That is why you get so bad. You want more.
Udayji, what is the format? Udayji, what is the format? Do we shout out?
Vinit ji has got a highly unutilized stock of liquor which was distributed during the corona time. So he has got a huge stock.
This is the Prime Minister of India.
He is highly intoxicated.
Udayji, you'll have to intervene and ask the other gentleman to, use his time.
This is the Prime Minister of India saying cheers. This is the Prime Minister of India saying cheers.
Let me tell you and expose you one thing. Aam Aadmi Party, while the entire citizen of Delhi were suffering, they were dying out of COVID. That is a time, in the peak period of COVID, they chose to come out of a policy. The Chief Minister gets into the conspiracy. He involves his Deputy Chief Minister. He involves other people.
Okay.
And then formulate this policy purely to benefit few corporates so that he can get kickback. It's an open and shut case. One bail, that too after 180 days of suffering and languishing in the court, speaks volume that that person is also not out by clean. So, Aam Aadmi Party can shout.
Okay, it's preemptive celebrations.
On the TV.
There is merit to this case, and it shows the Chief Minister's skewed priorities when this policy came out. Pooja Tripathi, your response, and also, Pooja, the BJP often, pulls back your party's old videos as well on what you said on this matter. Do you now believe that Sanjay Singh is clean and innocent and there is nothing wrong in this case?
Can enlighten us on the stand of Rajiv Gandhi's Bharat Ratna.
Enlighten you.
Please enlighten us on the Bharat Ratna issue of Rajiv Gandhi, where the Delhi Assembly has passed a resolution.
To your rant and personal accusations, Vineet, let me respond.
And one more point from my side. Do you welcome the judicial verdict on Satyendra Jain for his rearrest and also Manish Sisodia in the same breath.
Okay,
as you are
Pooja,
celebrating-
the floor is yours.
Yeah.
Respond. So when you say that whatever has been done in the past, we are together to save the constitutional idea of India. Yesterday, Jyoti Mirdha, your Lok Sabha candidate said, no, let me complete. We need full majority in the House. पता है क्यों? ताकि हम संविधान को बदल सकें. You guys, your Lok Sabha candidate, official Lok Sabha candidate, one Anand Hegde was dropped in the Karnataka list. Your Rajasthan official candidate is speaking publicly of modifying or altering constitution of disturbing the secular socialist credentials of the country. And here you sit in the national TV and you act all morally high ground and everything. This when Uday, what's left for Bharatiya Janata Party was the last resort. They should send ED to judiciary. That's the only thing.
Okay.
They have sent ED to every court and they have come out out of washing machine, all prick and prack, all clear. They should send ED to judiciary and then maybe they can have some respite from the judgments after electoral judgment, EVM judgment.
Can I speak,
every
Udayji?
judgment that's being a
Can I
blow
speak,
on
Udayji?
you're doing to the country.
Go ahead.
It's
Yeah.
judiciary
So,
that's
Dr.
been
Pooja, please let
We
us
will come,
stand
we
of
will-
Congress on Rajiv Gandhi's Bharat
When you
Ratna.
say-
One
when you
simple
say
thing,
jail is-
one simple
jail
thing,
is the
ma'am.
norm and
No,
jail is
nothing
the-
else. Number
You
two,
went in
when
2018,
Aam Aadmi Party asked you about
PMLA,
corruption being
just
done by Sheila
said
Dikshit, by
opposition leaders, no
Chidambaram, what was your stand on
no
that?
money
You have to
trail,
come out of
nothing.
that particular thing.
You know,
And what was the localized standing of Sunita Kejriwal
put you in
when she
jail
was
and you'll
sitting
not
next
be able
to
to prove it
Sonia ji?
like that.
Was she a
Anything.
wife of Chief Minister,
If you
who is
in the
corrupt
jail,
Chief Minister, or she was representative of Aam Aadmi
we don't
Party?
have
Please
evidence.
tell
We
that.
need
Educate that, please.
That will
Educate
happen
us,
for
please.
years and years, and that's what
Please, tell us.
the whole criminal justice system has come to.
All right. Siddharth
Tell me,
Sharma,
you
30
never
seconds,
answered
you
the
have to
question
end
of
it.
Bharat Ratna for Rajiv
I have to
Gandhi.
end. Siddharth
Please
Sharma,
educate
30
us on
seconds, I
that.
have to end.
Yeah, I think what happened was essentially Uday on 20.
Siddharji, please
on
tell us,
31st.
is there a cordial relationship between Sanjay ji, Sunita ji, Atishi ji and Saurabh ji? अभी उनके dreams का क्या होगा? Please tell us that.
सर मोदी जी का जो परिवार है ना, जो दिल्ली में भी है, गुजरात
एकदम
में
एक
भी
साथ
है,
है,
उनके
एक
बीच
साथ
में
है, वो
जितना
एकदम एक साथ
कॉर्डियल
है, वो एकदम
रिलेशनशिप
एक
है
साथ
ना,
है, वो
उससे
एकदम एक
ज्यादा
साथ है।
कॉर्डियल
आप
रिलेशनशिप
कितना भी
है,
cheers करें,
उतना
वो
उससे ज्यादा
non-cheers वाली
कॉर्डियल
बात है, वो
रिलेशनशिप
साथ-
है। मोदी जी का जो परिवार है, जो दिल्ली में भी है, गुजरात में भी है, अहमदाबाद में भी, उनके बीच में जितना कॉर्डियल रिलेशनशिप है, उससे ज्यादा कॉर्डियल रिलेशनशिप है।
चलिए
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.